Just because I can doesn't mean I should. Just because I can doesn't mean I should. Just because I can doesn't mean I should. This is a lesson I'm learning right now in like real time. I was just doing yoga, and one of the things I've realized in the last like year or two is that I am hypermobile, which means that my joints, things like my ligaments, all the things can extend farther than they should, or that is like actually supposed to be like good for my body. So like my finger can do this, and it shouldn't do that in a way of like extending my finger back that far is not good for it. Even though it can doesn't mean it should. So like I was just doing yoga, and usually like my body can extend pretty well. So like when I do the poses, it's very rare that I have to use like certain like modifications in the way of like the extension, because sometimes it hurts, but I understand like I'm tense or like whatever the case may be. But I realized today I was doing like a supine twist or something like that, and she suggested to put a pillow under the shoulder, and the way I was able to sink deeper into that pose with the modification, because I wasn't overextending my body. I wasn't so focused on the fact that I'm overextended, that I'm in pain or whatever, or like have to move through the pain to like for the muscles to release. I was just in the pose. So it's like this is something that's been continuously coming up for me. Like just because I can doesn't mean I shouldn't. It doesn't mean I should. And it's just this context of just like, just because my body can do that doesn't mean it's good for my body or I should do that. Just because like I have the capacity or the ability to do something, whether it's regarding my body or doing something for someone else or whatever, doesn't mean I should. I still need to have that check-in with myself to make sure like, hey, does this feel good? Like, how was this feeling? So on and so forth. And so I just think about that in regards to a lot of things, like not just yoga, because I think I learned today, like, wow, like when I kind of just make space for like, I don't have to go all, and it's this other thing too, is like the overachieving. Like there's a part of me that always like, if I can't go that far, I want to go that far. But it's like, that's not where the healing is. Like that's not like literally like thinking in the context of my body, like me overextending is not really helping my body. It's actually really common and like known like to get different types of braces or things like that to hold your joints in place so they don't overextend, because over time it can be really damaging for your joints, your ligaments and extremities and things like that. Like I have shoulders and hips and things like all over my body like fall out of place all the time, just like while I'm sleeping or whatever the case may be, or I fall asleep, like all these things. And it's like, well, I can't always control that. I just wanted to make space for the message of just because you can doesn't mean you should. Just because your body has the ability to do something doesn't mean you should push it to do it. And I think that's the message. I think that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, subscribe to my channel, and just because you can does not mean you should. I love y'all.